What is up, guys? Today is July 12th, 2016, and today I have a few quick updates for you guys on the two-way radios. I'm just going to explain what's going on with them in this video and all that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started here. First of all, as of today, July 12th, these are currently the only three professional commercial two-way radios I do have in my collection. The two Kenwood TK8150 units I got from the school bus company, actually sold on eBay about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I believe. I'm pretty sure to a firefighter down in California or something like that. So I'm pretty happy to have those out of the house and turn it into some good cash. So, but as I was saying before, these are the only three radios I currently do have in my collection. Minus the two pairs of walkie-talkies I have and the CB and the scanner. But not too much has happened with these things. For those of you who have not seen my small little collection here, I will go over it super quick for you guys. So on this side, I've just got, this is my little setup here. Like I said, for those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is my very cheap little setup here. I have the three radios on a tray table in the corner of my room. I've got only one antenna currently, which is sitting here on top of my box fan. This is an 800 megahertz cell phone antenna, which I got from a resale shop. I just use this for the scanner. They're a little bit dusty too. And then my 12 volt power supply is down here, which is quite dusty too. It needs to be cleaned, especially I can see that with the flash on. But I've got two power wires coming out of there from the power supply going all the way behind there up to the radios over here. So that's my little setup. On this side of the table, I got two Kenwood NextEdge NX800 two-way radios. And on this side, I have a Kenwood TK862G transceiver. Starting with this one, I got this one for my birthday last year, so July 22nd. Actually, I got it a little bit sooner than that and opened it a little bit sooner. It was kind of an early birthday present my dad let me pick up off eBay. I got it like around July 15th or probably sooner than that. And so I pretty much had this thing for a year, if not over a year now. This is the same exact model here. It's the only difference with this one is that it's seen a little bit more use. It's also a Kenwood NX800, and I actually got this from the local school bus company because they use these things, and they were throwing out a few of these things. That's where I got those 8150 units I was explaining to you guys before, and they gave me this one too. And they were basically throwing this thing in the garbage. I don't quite know why, because it has absolutely nothing wrong with it. Basically, the only problem that I could see for them is that it did not have the current terminal it was located at programmed into it. But that's the only problem I could see. And it wouldn't even be a problem for them now because they're going to be closing down that terminal and moving all the buses and the drivers over to the Carol Stream terminal. So I don't see why they felt the need to throw this thing out in the first place, especially when it had no problems. It did have the Carol Stream terminal in it, so they could have just switched it back there. But anyway, I got myself a free $500 radio here, $5 or $6 or $7 or $800 unit here. You guys haven't seen this one too much. I just filmed the one video on it, but I will be doing more videos on this one in the future. This is the main one I've been using, but currently I do have the antenna plugged into the back of it, and I have been listening to this one a little bit. These two are programmed the exact same. The programming files on these are the exact same. I basically cloned the programming, copied the programming files to this one, and the only other difference between these two units is that this one is currently running the I believe the 3.00.00 firmware. Well, this one is running the I think it's 255 I'm not even sure. It's something like 255.0.0, but I will turn these things on in a few minutes and we will double check that. And then we got my Kenwood TK862G. This one I got in like January or February of 2015 from my dad's work. I'm pretty sure it was being used for security purposes. At my dad's work, it was being used as a base station. And when I first got this thing, that's where I got the power supply from too, over there. And then this thing came with a KMC 9C bass desktop microphone, which I actually sold and swapped out with the handheld. I purchased a Kenwood KMC 27 for it. I put this was one of the KMC 35s from the bus company that had the frayed or destroyed power cord. I can't remember if this one had the frayed cord or it had the one that was not working properly, but still, I replaced the cable on this. This is a pretty, or I replaced the cable on this. Definitely not as high quality as these Kenwoods are. You can, move this microphone all over the place. That boot on the bottom will not come off. Compared to this one, which I got off eBay for like, I don't know, $10. You move this thing all over the place. It depends on how you move it, but that boot will start to slide off the bottom of the microphone, which kind of bugs me a little bit. But then there's obviously a difference with the connector on that end. Doesn't look quite as good as that one, but it is a replacement cord, and that's what you can expect out of cheap third-party replacement parts. So basically, what am I going to be doing with these things? Well, I do have some plans for these things. As I was saying, if you guys watched my last overall channel update, I think I posted it about 2 weeks ago. I do have some plans for these things. On my birthday, which is going to be July 22nd of this year, it's always July 20. I'm sorry, I'm mixing up my words today. It's always July 22nd, but this year I'm going to be turning 18, so I am going to be applying for an FCC GMRS license, so I can operate these things without getting into trouble. I will actually have some frequencies that I can actually talk on these things. I'll have some frequencies on these things I can actually talk on. And as I was saying, it's going to be GMRS. I was going to at first try to get an amateur or a ham license, but that just seemed like too much of a pain. There's a lot of stuff you have to know for those ham tests. So right now, I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to purchase a 5-year GMRS license. I think that's the only option you can get. The GMRS license, and it's good for 5 years, and it lets you operate on all the GMRS /FRS channels with, I believe, a maximum power output of 50 watts or something like that. So these two guys I'm going to be keeping for sure. This one is going to be staying right where it is, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure if the antenna is going to be staying the same or if that one's going to be moved to my truck. But this one's going to be here as my base station. This one I'm going to be putting in my truck. And for those of you who haven't seen it, it's currently my dad's truck, but my dad just purchased a new F-250, which he's fixing up. He's going to be using that for work. Then the Ford F-150 he bought is going to be going to me. So there's the F-150 out there. That is my truck, which the camera is going to focus in on the screen, not on the truck. So I'll try to focus it back in from here. It's not going to do it, but there's my truck out there, soon to be my truck, and this is the unit I'm going to be putting in there along with a CB, hopefully. So that's my plan for this one. This one I'm going to be putting in there. Hopefully, I eventually would like to get a permanent mount antenna on top of the truck, but I think for now, for the first few months of me having the radio in, I'm probably just going to have that one on top. So then the story with this one, as you guys know, you guys have not seen this one in quite a long time, because I have not been using this one too much, because I've been using these. That's why I haven't been using this one that much. And it's an 8-channel. It doesn't have that much compared to these. I believe these can hold up to either 250 or 500 channels per unit. This one is only 8 channels. It doesn't have the full LCD display on it. It just has the single LCD, the number on it. So it just tells you the number of the channel you're on. So what I'm going to be doing with this one is, since the cool part with GMRS is when you apply for a GMRS license, everyone else, well, not everyone else technically in the family, but close family members are covered under the license. So I was talking to my mom, and she said she would not mind if I put one of these things in her car so we could stay in contact. So this one is actually going to be going, if my mom does approve of it, she has to see it first and see how the installation would go and all that stuff. But if she does finally approve of it, this is the one that will be going in my mom's car. So at that point, I'll be getting that one out of here. And I'll only have these two. Like I said, this one's going to be going in my truck. This one's going to be staying right where it is. Now, I'm actually considering getting a fourth UHF radio, which a lot of people are going to say I'm crazy for. I've already got 3 of them, but I have wanted a Kenwood TK8180 here for quite a long time, and I found a pretty good deal for one on eBay, which actually has the power supply, so I can actually use it as a portable base station, which would be pretty cool. I just have to buy some kind of a flip-up antenna for it that I can attach to the side of the power supply, and then it can be completely portable. So I'm thinking about asking for that for my birthday this year. I don't think that'll be too much of a problem. So anyway, so I could be having a Kenwood TK8180 here pretty soon as a base unit. I will keep you guys, as a portable base unit, I will keep you guys updated on this stuff. And I'm going to give you guys a quick power on here before I go. My device is getting pretty hot here. My phone's flash is probably going to be turning off in 2 seconds here, but that's okay. So to turn these things on, you just flip the switch here, and here they are. They both came to life. As I was saying, I only have 2 power wires coming out of there, so this one does not currently turn on. If I was to switch the power wires to that one, then it would turn on. But same programming on these things here. Just so you guys can see, I do have the custom power on text on these things. I'll go ahead and show you guys. It's pretty darn neat. There's my custom power on text on that one. It's got the same thing on this one. As I was saying, these things have the same programming files. So there we go. So and obviously when I flip the switch on the power supply, these two come on at the exact same time. But currently on these things, I've got all the carols. I've got all the frequencies for Illinois Central School Bus on these things. So you guys can see these. I've got basically, these are like a lot of towns, a lot of different terminals throughout the state of Illinois. I've got like 55 of them, I think. And there you guys go. I copied all that programming, like basically from the original programming file that was on that one. I copied every single frequency, Illinois Central frequency around the state, and put it onto this one. So there's that. And then as far as the other frequencies, since I am going to be getting my license here, I do have all the FRS and GMRS frequencies on these. So I'll go ahead and turn off this one so I can show you guys on this one. These are... You don't hear talking on these too often. That's pretty cool. These are my GMRS channels, which I will be able to talk on pretty soon as I'm 18 and I apply for the license. These are the FRS GMRS shared frequencies here. I'll go ahead and key up super quick. I do have the standard push to talk proceed tone on these, so I'll go ahead and key up super quick. There's that, and I've got all those, and then I just have my favorites in here. I've got my 4 favorite frequencies here. So the first 3 are school buses. That one, as you guys can see, is the hospital, which is like 2 towns over. A local hospital that's 2 towns over. I'm able to pick up their frequencies. So anyway, oh, then there's my I pressed my scan button by accident. But anyway, there you guys go. There's a quick update on the two-way radios. I will keep you guys updated, you know, as to when I get the TK8180 and stuff like that, if I do. And when this gets installed in the truck and everything like that, when I put this one in my mom's car, we should have a pretty darn good system going here pretty soon. So, oh yeah, and I forgot to show you guys the firmware on these things really quick. To show the firmware, you hold the triangle and the power on at the same time. That one is, okay, it's 3.0.0. Did I just say that right? 3.00.00. That's that one. This one only has firmware version 2.55.00. So that's the main difference between these two guys here. So anyway, that's about all I got for the two-way radios for you guys today. Oh yeah, and I just bought, I keep forgetting. This is the antenna that's going to be going on top of my mom's car. This one actually came with this one when I got it last year, incomplete. It doesn't have the base on it or anything, but it is a, there's the little thing on it. This is a PCTEL antenna. It's super short. This will work fine for my mom's car, and then I do have a magnetic base on order for it currently. It's in the mail. So once again, I'll keep you guys updated with all this stuff. This video is getting a little bit long. Thanks for watching, and that will be it.